Warren Buffett, the famous billionaire investor, is currently investing a staggering $157 billion into one single stock. And you may be asking, what stock is it and why is he doing it, and should you invest into the same stock too? These three questions and so much more will be answered in this video. So without further ado, let's take a deep dive into Warren Buffett and his $157 billion stock position. Warren Buffett is considered to be one of the most, if not the best, stock investors in our lifetime due to his success when it comes to choosing and investing into the right stock, including the one stock that I'll talk about in a bit. There are thousands of public companies listed in Wall Street stock market, and somehow the great Warren Buffett is able to scan through all of them and invest into them before they shoot up in price and blowing up, making him hundreds of thousands of dollars in his early days invested into the stock market. One of the many stocks Warren Buffett invested early in was Walt Disney. Back in the year 1965, Buffett was an early investor into the company. Walt Disney grew to the popular company it is today, and boy did that investment paid off. After investing into Disney stock, Buffett made other incredible investments, which increased his total net worth and made him even richer. Another early stock Warren Buffett invested early in was Coca-Cola. Back in the year 1988, Buffett decides to invest into this company after analyzing and doing research into the stock and the company. Warren Buffett is not really known to be a huge tech investor, as he has shied away from technology stocks in the past. But this is where things get interesting, because Warren Buffett invested $157 billion into a technology stock. This behavior is not normal, especially for Warren Buffett, since he is a big-time dividend and consumer staple investor. And for those who don't know, consumer staples means essential products and goods used by people on a regular or daily basis. Whenever a huge and famous investor like Warren Buffett invests into a stock that is out of their comfort zone and breaks through their traditional investing styles, it's worth paying a really close eye on, especially when a billionaire like Buffett is dropping $157 billion into a technology stock. The company is Apple, stock ticker symbol AAPL. Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, invested 49 of its $318 billion stock portfolio into the massive technology stock named Apple. 49 of $318 billion is roughly around $157 billion. So this means that the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, invested $157 billion into the giant tech stock named Apple. Apple was founded by three founders named Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne back in April 1, 1976. This company grew to the biggest public company in the whole world, and there's a reason for Apple's massive success throughout the years. Their products include smart devices like the iPhone, Apple Watch, Apple TV, iPad, and softwares like the Mac OS, iOS, and so much more. We all know someone who has a product or service that comes from Apple. This person can in fact be you, and because Apple has an amazing branding, there will always be people chasing after the new iPhone and their latest products, regardless of how expensive this might be. People will pay thousands of dollars just to get their hands on the new iPhone. This tech giant is the biggest public company for a reason, and we simply cannot ignore this fact. According to an article by Trevor Genwine from the website named The Motley, Trevor states the following: the company Apple is a strong presence in several consumer markets, and down below I summarize the following. Apple is a big player in making cool gadgets that people love. They're not only just the kings of making smartphones in the US, 55 of all phones, but also the second biggest worldwide, 16% of phones. Apple also makes lots of computers and laptops, coming in as the fourth biggest manufacturer. Plus, they are dominating the tablet and smartwatch industry. It also looks like Apple is going to keep on making even more money from all of these devices. And some people also think that the overall product list is going to grow an additional 6.6% every year until the year 2030. So Apple has a very clear path on making even more awesome gadgets and bringing in cash for many years to come. People are addicted to technology products, and it's not heading anywhere besides up. Apple stock is currently selling at $188.01 per share at the recording of this video. Apple is up 0.30% for the day, and if we check out the year-to-date chart, we could see that Apple stock is up 50.32% and up 26.36% in the last 365 days. On the 5-year chart, we could see that Apple stock is up a staggering 288.61% in the past 5 years, which is just insane. And down below, we could also see that Apple has a CDP score of an A-, and below that, we could see that the stock has a 52-week high of $198.23 and a 52-week low of $124.17. Apple stock has had some tremendous growth and gains these past few years. This stock has a great growth trend line throughout its timeline, which is very important whenever you decide to invest into a stock. A chart with a nice uptrend says a lot about a company and its future. Investors have been benefiting from buying and holding the stock, which brings us to our next next question. Is this a good time to buy? After analyzing Apple stock and doing countless hours of research while also having it in my stock portfolio for quite some time now, I can confidently say that Apple stock is a buy in my book. It is a strong buy for any type of investor, a long-term investor and even a short-term investor. But I would recommend and encourage buying Apple stock once it pulls back a little. I could see it pulling back a bit before shooting right back up. Whenever you have a huge billionaire and famous investor like the great Warren Buffett dropping 49% of all of his money within Berkshire Hathaway into the giant tech stock named Apple, you cannot let this slip away from you. Buffett invested $157 billion in this one stock for a reason. It is considered a good quality stock by many individuals, including Warren Buffett. I have had this stock in my stock portfolio for quite some time now, and it doesn't disappoint. It has been appreciating in stock price while also paying me a sweet little dividend. Speaking about dividends, Apple stock has an annual dividend yield of exactly 0.51%, and this company pays out a quarterly dividend payout amount of 24 cents at the recording of this video. This dividend may not be much, but the gains Apple has had and will continue to have in the future will surely make up for this. When it comes to technology stocks like Apple, there are plenty of new opportunities to make money by buying technology and growth stocks. In fact, you guys should check out my previous video where I give out 5 growth stock picks for free. See you guys there, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.